All right, so guys, this week on The Impactful Parent, I'm also going to be talking to you guys about dyslexia. So I have a dyslexic child, and to me, as I was thinking about how can I help serve the community right now in this time where we are teaching our kids more at home, another, big thing came up to my heart, and it yelled, dyslexia. Oh my gosh, the kids with dyslexia. With all this talk about school at home, and what about these kids out there that have special learning needs? And I wish I could speak to all of the special learning needs, but I can't. I'm not versed in all the special learning needs, but I do have a special place in my heart and a special knowledge about dyslexia, not only as a teacher, but also as a parent. So today, I want to help those kids that have the most common learning disability out there, which is dyslexia. Dyslexia is not rare, for example, and statistics say that anywhere from 12 to 20% of the population is actually dyslexic. So, unfortunately, I also suspect that many of these dyslexic kids are struggling right now with this homeschool environment for several reasons. First, their teachers aren't there to help them with the hands-on assistance that they might typically be used to. They might be struggling because assignments will take them longer right now than a normal streamlined child. And the curriculum that their teacher is likely giving them is probably generalized because it's so much harder for teachers to be accommodating at the moment. Online and at-home learning is asking children also to read more than usual. There is less verbal instruction happening, and the children are required to read directions, read more content, write more of their answers down. And these tasks take dyslexic children just simply more time. So following directions is also a little bit more difficult for dyslexic kids. At home, schools require them to read instructions without the verbal feedback that they usually are typically used to, and teachers are not there to read the instructions out loud to them, which is making things more difficult. Dyslexic kids sometimes have difficulty with organizational skills and can also be then that could be really challenging right now when they're trying to get all of their input from the computer screen and then be able to organize it alone. There is not anybody there who's working with them to help them and making sure that they're being organized. Dyslexic children are less able to get accommodations from their teachers right now just because of these weird extenuating circumstances. And lastly, dyslexic kids are likely to have dyslexic parents. And this is not always the case. However, if it's true for you, this also means that you might be having difficulty helping your child with their schoolwork right now. So I'm here to try to give you some help and give you some practical tips. I want your dyslexic children to be successful in their new home environment, and there are ways to implement different things in these challenging times to kind of give them a little boost and some help if you just have the right resources. And so that's what I want to talk about right now. There's a lot of websites and resources out there that claim that they're going to help dyslexic kids, and I can't possibly go through all of them. So I have picked my favorite 5. And before I begin, let me clarify that I am just a parent like you. I'm not getting kickbacks from anyone or any one of these companies by giving you my favorite 5 resources. They're genuinely my own tested and tried websites that I've done with my own children and with my students in the past. And I feel like these websites actually do make a big difference in helping dyslexic kids just because of the experience I've had as a teacher and with my dyslexic son. Okay, so the first one, and I'm actually gonna do this live right here where I'm gonna share my screen, is called Learning Ally. Learningally.com, and actually .org, I apologize for that. Learning Ally. So this is the website here, and Learning Ally provides kids with thousands of Audible books and even some textbooks, and it allows them to get the content through their listening. So depending on the book, it will even highlight the sentences across the screen and allows your kid to learn solely through listening comprehension. Huge for dyslexic children. This is a game changer for children who need to read novels for English class, and especially those high school kids taking more upper level English classes where they have to read Shakespeare and some really intense books. Learning Ally, I highly recommend it. It is awesome. Just to give you a heads up, it is something that you would need to purchase, but it is $12 a month. And right now, I'm not too sure. I'd have to go through their website exactly to know if you can cancel at any time, but I would hope that, you know, the $12 is something that you could do for your child right now. The second website I'm going to go to tonight is called snapandread.com. So I'm going to go there right now. Let's see, so you can see what that looks like. This is, if you have a child that has all their new homework or curriculum given to them online or on their computer screen, then Snap and Read might be an excellent fit for you, because this website reads aloud any words that might appear on your computer screen. So again, another game changer for those kids who need to do most of their learning online right now and at the moment. So you can see here, it's text to speech, screenshot reader, simplifies PDFs, captures, it translates. It's a really an awesome website. It works with all of these different kinds of platforms. And as you can see here, there is a cost again, but it is $3.99 a month. You can also do this $3.99 a month. It's awesome. The next website I want to give you, here we go. And this one, Shmoop is free. And so that is awesome because you don't have to pay at all for this. But it provides math drills for extra help with math. If your kids are struggling with that, it helps your child write better essays, and it gives writing guides. See, you can see test prep help, essay help, student guides. I love this website because it gives practical main idea summaries of popular books, which I feel is a game changer. You can also see here, it goes to different grade levels. It's a great resource for teachers, for if I have any teachers out there who are also looking for different resources for their students. Test prep, I mean, it has a lot of different things. But what my son personally uses this website for is, unlike Cliff Notes, so if you're older like me, you know what Cliff Notes are. This website provides summaries that give the main points of a chapter without giving away too much information. So my dyslexic child reads the outline of the chapter from this website first, and then audio listens to the chapter afterward. And the summaries, what they do is they provide him with enough structure to look for main points, but doesn't give away all the details. So in other words, he still has to read the book or read the chapter, but Shmoop, I don't know how you say it, gives him enough information to help him focus on the main ideas while he's reading. And it provides his just some reading comprehension, so he knows what to look for when he's reading the chapters. But again, it does not give him too much detail where it's doing too much for him, and I really like that. The next website I want to show you is ttsreader.com. And what this does is that TTS Reader is text-to-speech reader that reads files out loud and saves them for you as MP3 files. So how does my son use it? He actually uses this website to aid in editing his own writing. He takes an essay or a paragraph that he has written, and then he pastes it here into the website. And the website then reads his work out loud back to him while it highlights what it's reading out loud so he could see what it's reading. And this allows my son to hear his writing aloud, and he can listen for grammatical errors or like weird sentence structure. So then he goes back and he can now edit his writing with a lot more accuracy. I think that's amazing. So he actually uses this website to be a better editor and writer. And then lastly, my last of the 5 resources that I'm promoting today and really want to give to you is Livescribe. And Livescribe is going to be more for your older child. This is an amazing technology, and I'm not going to lie, it does have a more hefty cost to it. As you can see here, it's the cheapest standard edition pen is about $100. But why do I recommend it? Because Livescribe is best for older children or even college students who need to take notes. So this is a smart pen, and really the technology is, I think, just incredible. It records it can record a voice while you're writing. So if you're in a lecture of some sort and you have a child that's in college, anybody, you don't even have to be dyslexic. I mean, this is a pretty amazing technology that just helps you take notes more efficiently while you're writing. It accurately transcribes information. It's just very impressive technology, and you'll have to check out this website more to really understand what these pens do. But again, it effortlessly digitizes your handwriting. It records audio along with your notes, and you can then share those notes to these different platforms so that they have them. I highly recommend if you have a college student who's trying to take notes in a college setting. I just think that's great. So what else can we do besides apps is ask your teachers for certain things during this time. And some of the things you want to ask for is 1, extra time to do the work. It's going to take them a little bit more time, so make sure you remind the teachers that they might need a little bit of extra time. Do video chats with your teacher where you're asking maybe the teacher to verbalize the directions out loud instead of having your child read them. That way you know that they're getting the information. Oral testing is going to be really important this time now that we're doing school at home, or video testing if they can do it like this, how we're talking. If you can get copies of the teacher's notes, something, ask. I mean, the worst that can happen is if they say no, and usually that doesn't happen. Just please try to advocate for your children and ask for those teacher's notes. You can also ask for a reduced workload from your teacher or modified assignments, and that's okay. Again, the worst that can happen is if they say no, but you ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. And ask the teacher to honor content quality over spelling or grammar, especially during this time right now. If the teacher can do any hands-on learning if possible, like projects instead of worksheets to demonstrate that they know the material, that's always wonderful. Can your child record answers orally and submit assignments via like an MP3 format or a video instead of having to do a worksheet and submit that? And then ask for examples of correct and completed work so that your child really has an idea of what the teacher wants from them. So those are all things that you can really ask the teacher. And again, to communicate with them, really advocate for your child and see what the teacher can do. Most teachers are very flexible and will work with you, especially during this time. And then lastly, before I let you go tonight, there are also things that you can do as a parent to help make your child more successful. And so some of those things would be to post your child's daily schedule, because dyslexic children do better with a visual plan. So an actual posting of their schedule and what they need to accomplish every single day, or what their schedule might look like, whether it's get up, start your schoolwork, do your math, whatever that might look like. Give your child a ruler, and that will help them read. It aids in their reading quite a lot to read with the ruler as they go down the page. Use larger print text, or you can enlarge their work. If you have a magnifying glass, that also helps. But if you can enlarge their work on a screen, that might be something that you might want to look into. The smaller the print, the harder it's going to be for them to read it. As a parent, I also try to help my children organize their work because dyslexic kids just have a little bit more trouble with organization. When you're organizing work and trying to figure out their tasks for the day, I highly recommend that you arrange their work from easiest to more difficult, and then do the easiest things first. It just helps getting more accomplished and builds confidence before you get to harder things. If you are able, although I know you're all, not all of you, but many of you are working parents who are trying to work while your kids are at school, but if it's at all possible and you're able to help your children read the instructions to their assignments so that they know exactly what's expected, that will help. They can read it themselves, and then you can actually read it out loud to them so they can read it and they can see it and hear it. Any more ways they can get that same input into their brain, they're going to understand the material better. Break up large assignments into smaller chunks of work. That might help them in their organization. And then lastly, don't forget to eliminate distractions in the area where they are expected to focus on their schoolwork. So don't let them do their schoolwork on their bed or in front of a television or with an iPod sitting close by. Don't forget to think about how the lighting in that room might look, if it's too dark or just might give them headaches. Also, noise level in the room. Are they always distracted because somebody else is being loud over here? Just things to think about as we try to make sure that our dyslexic kids and all of our kids are just being as successful as possible, trying to give them all the tools they need so that they can really do well right now in this difficult time of, we're all in, but we're just trying so hard to do our best. Your child wants to be successful, and most dyslexic children want to learn. They want to show off their unique academic talents. They just need the opportunity to do that. And I really believe that with the right resources, your child can do it. School at home does not have to be a setback, and it doesn't have to be frustrating. You and your child, you guys can do this. I know you can.